There's a video of me after Team Champs 9 years ago, Be Hero Bus Part 1. How far do we cool down?
A mile.
Oh no, you're on your own.
No, Kelly.
I'm walking, bye.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That's a wrap on week 5. We're 5 weeks into marathon training, which feels scary. It's not scary, it means nothing. Everything's progressing great, everything's fine, but I mean, everybody is echoing this on our coaching calls. There's something about it where we're just finally starting to like, oh, it's coming fast. It really is. My name's Kelly Roberts. If we've never met before, I'm training for the Chicago Marathon and I'm hoping to try to qualify for the Boston Marathon. I've been chasing a BQ for 9 years. This is BQ or bust, and I'm taking you along with me. Shall we do a weekly recap? This is what happens in a week of marathon training. So this whole week was centered around a 5-mile race that I had in Central Park called Team Champs on Sunday. So that was kind of the focal point. So I had 1 speed play day this week, 2 if you include the race, but like normally I'll have 2 speed play days and a long run. So my long run was a little bit shorter than it normally is. And then I had 1 dedicated speed play day and then the race. So Monday I had a recovery run. Monday, week 5. We are officially 5 weeks in, or 4 weeks in, a fourth of the way done. 60-minute run today. Not as humid, thank God. Still sweating like a pig, but feels so much better than it has. Beautiful day. The next day was track day, so went to Brooklyn Bridge Park to do this. It is 66 degrees out, which is like freezing. And I've got speed work, so let's get dressed as fast as possible to go relish in this 66-degree heat. I have to program my watch for today's workout. Today's workout is, 2K at 8-minute mile pace, so marathon pace, and then a 2-minute rest, and then 4 800s at 7:30 down to 7:20. So let's program the watch. I like to program my watch because I like to keep my warm-ups and cool-downs open because I don't know how far I'm going to be running. I'm going to go to Brooklyn Bridge Park to do this. Keep it flat. Warm-up done. Oh my God, pollen. Drills. I feel like I'm more sweaty from drills in my warm-up than my jog over here. All right, 2K, let's do it. Oh my God, this weather. Yes. That actually felt easy. Now it gets hard. First 800, too fast. The weather is so nice. I feel like I'm flying. Rep 2 has a hill and I think I got it back. Water break. Ah! Go into a Disney parade for the rest of these. I felt so shitty during my warm-up and these have been very strong. Don't judge a book by its cover. Strongest workout of the whole cycle. It's also the weather. The weather is so nice. Let's go home. Yeah. Oh my God, that felt so good. That went great. I'm sitting on the floor because I'm disgusting. It was like just hard enough. I feel tired, but not destroyed. Like that just felt so cruisy. Granted, it was like 70 degrees. So what? Delicious, cooler weather was so beautiful to play with today. Thank God. But that was a really great workout. Marathon pace is feeling very cruisy and I'm still having a very hard time with 10K pace and below 10K pace. Like I just want to run a 7-minute mile and getting to a 7:30 is very hard. I don't know why. So I'll like run way too fast and I'll like have to like pull myself back. But here's all my paces. A little faster than what was prescribed, but everything felt very, very like ease filled and I didn't feel like I was pushing anything. So I think it was just the weather. So I feel great about it. Good day. Did exactly what I set out to do, which was be present and let my effort level dictate how I ran. I think I'm doing my strength work after physical therapy today, which is always dodgy because chances are I might not do it, but I'm going to force myself to do it later. I'm going to do it. So a K is about 0.62 miles. So 2K is like 1.25-ish, a little under 1.25. So I ended up doing it in 9 minutes, 45 seconds. It was an average pace of 7 minutes, 51 seconds, which was a little bit fast, but I felt great. Like I felt like that felt not even like a cruise pace. Like it almost felt like a little bit faster than conversational pace. My heart rate was really low. The weather was really great. Felt great. Then for the 2 or 4 800s, I had starting at 7:30, getting down to 7:20. So the first was way too fast and I did 7:21. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm looking at my max pace, which was 6:52. 7:30 I'm struggling with. 7:30 and 7:20 are paces that I'm really struggling to hit. Like I'm either in like 6:57 land or I'm in 7:40 land. I can't for some reason feel what 7:30 feels like, which foreshadowing to the race. The first one was 7:21 was my average pace, but I remember starting like a little bit too fast and then having to like really pull back for the final 200. The second 400, I was an average pace of 7:18. At this point, I kind of was like, I feel great. I don't feel like I'm pushing these. I'm just going to let my effort level of interval pace guide these, even though interval pace is a little bit faster than these. So my heart rate was low. I felt good about it. The next one, the third one was 7:12, and then the final one was 7:11. All of them were a little bit too fast, but again, it is what it is. I didn't feel terrible. I felt really strong, and I'm really happy with how this workout went. It was a fun workout. Really, 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 really fun. Then, so I have a new insurance, and I've been seeing a physical therapist near me for, this was my second time seeing at this clinic. It was Spear, which is a huge chain. And something all of my athletes always talk about is how much they hate going to physical therapy because they just don't have a good experience at physical therapy, which I get. Most physical therapists are out of network. Most of the really, really great physical therapists are out of network, which means they're more expensive. They likely don't take your insurance, or if they do, there's like hoops that you need to jump through. But here's my advice on physical therapy. I am a huge, huge proponent of physical therapy and prehabbing injuries. But one, most of us don't do the work that our physical therapists give us. They don't take it seriously. So don't go waste money if you're not going to take it super seriously. It's okay to go to somewhere else. 2, always film yourself when you're at physical therapy. When they're showing you exercises, film yourself so that you have something to reference. And then 3, do the work. The first time I went to Spear, I set the bar really low. I knew it wasn't going to be like an out-of-network experience, but I really liked the girl that I saw, but she was kind of like, this is my last day here. You're going to be seeing someone else. And I was like, bummer. I liked her. She gave me some really great exercises to work on. And then I saw Coach Amanda, and she was kind of like, you need a strength coach. You need someone who is really going to progress your strength work. If you're going to work the way you're going to work, you need to get so much stronger because you're hypermobile. And I was like, you're right. So I started putting out feelers and looking around, and one of my friends emailed me that day, and I was kind of like, let me see what this new physical therapist is going to be like. And if they can't just supplement my strength and progress it, I'm fine with that. Now, with in-network insurance, and this really, I would classify it as a subpar, disappointing experience. My copay is like $120 at physical therapy. I would rather pay that money to someone else to give me the strength work and then get my soft tissue work from Amanda and then dry needling from Peter and not go to physical therapy because I know what to do, and then I do my strength work because it's not worth the money. Because this guy that I saw the second time, the vibe was so off. I have never met someone who felt more like they wanted to be anywhere else. His energy was in the basement. When I asked him, like when we like laid down, I was kind of like, do you want me to fill you in on like what's going on? And he was like, nope, Genevieve covered it. And I was like, okay. And I was like, right there, I was kind of like, great, so I'm not coming back here. He showed me a good PRI exercise, one of them that I didn't know. I do a lot of PRI to help my performance syndrome and pelvis stuff anyway. So I don't think he's dumb. I think he's a really knowledgeable physical therapist, but like the way that those clinics work is they see multiple patients at the same time and you're kind of like on your own. And he kind of like mumbled the first exercise at me and didn't explain it. So I was like going back and forth and not doing exactly what I was supposed to be doing. And I was doing it for like a minute, like an exercise for a minute. And then he was kind of like, he came back and was like, what are you doing? You're supposed to go all the way. And I was like, I don't know. You didn't explain this very well. It was a bad experience, so I will not be going back there, and I don't recommend you go there. I ended up talking to someone that I know, Nicole, and she's going to do my strength work with me. She's a physical therapist. It's all virtual, but she's someone who is like trained at the Gray Institute, really knows women really well, runners really well, and she understands that what I need needs to be like a high caliber strength stuff because I'm trying to BQ and I'm running to run the mileage I'm running. I need to get really strong. And that's like the piece of it that I'm leaving out. I'm doing a ton of strength work, but it's not super specific for this goal strength work. It's specific for running. So I'm going to hire her, and I'd rather spend my money with her than at Spear. I feel like I'm flushing money down the toilet by going there. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing with my recovery. I'm being good. I just had physical therapy and did a lot of strength work there, but I'm going to keep the train going and I'm going to do my strength work at home. Week 5, here we go. So I did the strength work on Tuesday. So I did 30 minutes at the physical therapy clinic. Then I did another 25 minutes at home. Wednesday, I had another time on my feet day. So 45. Wednesday, I had another time on my feet day. So 45 to 55 minutes was what I had on my plan. I did 50 minutes. Here it is. Wednesday, 45 to 60 minutes. Gentle conversational pace. So I'm running to my sister's because my mom's still in town. The weather feels so good. Thank God. Done. Nailed it. Is it gonna rain? Ugh. Sweaty. Thursday, I had a rest day. Woo woo. I love my rest days. And then Friday, I had my long run. So Jess had programmed 8 to 10 miles. Are you hungry? I don't know why I'm filming horizontally. It's Friday. Almost 6 o'clock. Time to go for my run. But first, we gotta feed the heathens. Oh my God, it's a little warm, 75 degrees, incredibly humid, I'm guessing. I'm trying out these new like bone conducting AirPod thingies. They're not AirPods, but they were cheap. I hate spending more than $40, $50 on ear stuff because you just sweat a ton and break them. So these are what I'm trying today. Heat advisory, just a cool 82% humidity. That's fun. I have a 10-mile long run today. It's Friday, week 5 of training, which is, I don't know, I want to be running longer, but I trust Jess, my coach. So it's time to look at these 2 cats. Oh, there goes one. Sorry, she's shy. All right, let's run. Taking an edge before I go. Here we go. I was like, oh, it's not that hot. I was in the shade. It's a little warm, very humid. But I feel good. 30 minutes. 2 chews, 1 salt stick. 4.78 turning around. Just gonna do an extra pier to get to 10. I know it's blurry. I'm the sweatiest person ever. I'm sorry. 2 scratch, 1 salt, tab water. 0.6 to go. I ended up having to like really loop far. But going home. I'm kind of over it. Dude, I felt so good for most of that, but the end of that was not fun. I was over it. I got it done though. Tiny baby run tomorrow, 6th running day, and then a race on Sunday. I'm also like chafing right there. It hurts so bad, and my KT tape sweat off. Ugh. I hate sports bras. Strength work time. It's Friday. Saturday, I had a shakeout run. So Jess programmed 20 to 30 minutes, but I had a friend in town. So I ended up doing 41 minutes, which was 4 miles. Here's that. Saturday, I'm about to do exactly what you're not supposed to do and run too far against my coach's wishes. I'm going to try to stop at 4, but my friend in town, I don't know what we're about to do. So I'm biking over to Williamsburg. It's hot as fuck. I know, is water wet? Let's go. To be honest, I'm really proud of myself for not doing 6 miles. Even 4 miles was stupid. I should have just done the 20 to 30 minutes, but whatever, 10 minutes isn't gonna kill me. Sunday, I had team champs. So team champs, shall we talk about team champs? This didn't matter for anything necessarily. Like I already knew where I was based on that LA race, but this was an opportunity to practice, you know, like a long period of time getting really uncomfortable. And the real reason I wanted to do team champs was because, so I live in New York City, and our kind of like one of our big racing, running organizations that we do, New York City Marathon is organized by them, the Brooklyn Half, the New York City Half, all these other races are organized by them. It's the New York Road Runners. And the New York Roadrunners only accepts times based on their races. So I can't take my Nike half marathon in LA and give it to them and say, like, can I have starting corrals based on this? I have to do a New York Roadrunners race. So should I ever want to do the New York City Marathon like next year, or the New York City half or the Brooklyn half, I wanted to get my average pace down, because my average pace was based on my team champs from last year. And that means, like, if I wanted to run the New York City Marathon, I'd be starting in wave 4 or 5, which, like, don't even get me started on how late the New York City Marathon starts. I hate it. I think it's so stupid. I think it fucks anyone who's not, you know, like an 8-minute miler and over. You start so late. It's not fair. I wish they would start earlier, but, like, that's not what we're talking about. So I wanted to get my corral down. So I asked Jess if I could do it, and she was like, of course. So my alarm didn't go off because I didn't set one. I think in my head I was so tired that, like, I thought I set one, but I didn't. And so I woke up and I saw that the sun was, like, kind of up, and I was like, what time is it? And it was 5:30, and I was like, whoopsie poopsie.
Sunday, race day, my alarm didn't go off, which means I didn't set one. It's 5:40. I need to leave in like 20 minutes. So I'm trying to, like, very quickly eat my food, sit in my airpants for 15 minutes, and then get out the door. But oops. It's fine. I just like a really long amount of time before I do stuff.
I wanted to get up at 5 so that I can, like, be out the door at 6 and take the subway up. So I ended up taking a car, which is fine. Another dumb thing that I did is I didn't look exactly where the race was. I had an idea, and I just put in a street where I thought the race started, and I ended up having like 10 more blocks up to walk, which was so silly and stupid. And then I ran into someone and I was talking to them, so I just, like, didn't have enough time to check my bag, go to the bathroom, and then do my warm-up, which is what I wanted to do, like go run 10 minutes. So I was hanging out with my gang, my Badass Lady gang, who I ran into people along the way, which was really nice. And my friend Maura, we decided to start together. We knew, I was like, I'm not going to talk to you at all once the race starts. Like, I'm racing and you're racing and we're good. I didn't realize it started in a different place than it finished. So I was like, let's just start right here. When I jumped in and we were too far back, which is not ideal. It's important you start around people who are running your pace if you want to race, because otherwise you have a harder time gauging what's going on, and it's easier to get swept up by either, like, people or the group. So we were in a corral that was slower than what we wanted to start at. So the first mile was a lot of weaving, and Central Park is tight and they don't shut Central Park down. So you're kind of like with other city bikers and other stuff anyway. So you can't, like, take up space. So the first mile we were dodging and bobbing and weaving a lot. And then I kind of was like, oh, it is humid. It is hot. It's not like crazy hot, but it is like really humid. And I was like, that's okay. Just stay here and now and present. I kind of had an idea of what I wanted to do. My A goal was to hold 7:30, 7:40s. So because we were like weaving so much in the beginning, I wasn't paying attention to my pace, and I was kind of just going off of how I felt. So the first mile, granted these paces are a little off because I would say my watch dinged like 7 to 10 seconds before we got to the mile markers. So the first mile was a 7:23. And I looked at and saw that and was kind of like, oops, you are dumb. You're a dummy. What are you doing? But I was like, I feel great. Like, this doesn't feel crazy hard. Let's just try to stay here. The next mile dinged, and it was a 7:05. And I said to myself, you dumb bitch. You shot yourself in the foot. What have you done? But the problem was, the people around me, I didn't know what pace they were running. I was trying to go off a feel, but I was tucked in behind this guy who was kind of going the pace I thought I wanted to be going, but in hindsight, he was running so much faster than I wanted to be going. But I just kind of like tucked behind him and stayed with him, which was a mistake. I shouldn't have done that. I should have immediately pulled back a little bit at mile 2 and gone back to more like 7:40, but whatever. I saw that 7:06 and was like, Okay. The last 2 miles are going to be a fight. You are going to have so much lactic acid built up in your legs. You are going to be running on lead legs, and that's okay. You can do it. Everything's going to be fine. So mile 3 is like the lower part of the park. And I was really kind of like, I would say when we were like at the bottom of the park and starting to turn around and come back up, I had an oh shit moment, and I was like, here we go. This is getting really hard, and it's because you went out way too fast, you silly goose. So I took my energy gel. I took an energy gel with caffeine and was like, please God, let that help me so much. Mile 4 had Cat Hill, and Cat Hill killed me. I was feeling fine. I was definitely like losing steam. But then like I was doing YouTube music instead of what I normally do. And it just wasn't, I don't know what happened. It either just like had like a really like a 10-second lull between songs, and I got so frustrated that I almost like stopped to walk to pull my phone out. But then I was like, hello, get it together. Your music is not like the end all be all. Stay with it. Just focus on your effort and keep going. So mile 4 was a 7:39. Mile 4 was like, oopsie poopsie. And then the final mile was really, really hard. It was a lot of uphill. I was deeply sad about my life choices. I felt like I had really, really, really slowed down, but it ended up being like a 7:12, which I think it's more probably like a 7. Oh, it might be a 7:12 because my watch is showing like a final 0.1, which just is me. I think because I was on the outside of the park the whole time, I just ran a little bit more than the tangent. So my final 0.1 was a 7:02, and I was dry heaving all the way up that final hill. And I was like, do not throw up in front of these people. Do not throw up in front of all your friends. Because there were so many people with teams, and like all the cheers were so helpful, but like just a really stupid, a terribly, terribly paced race. So let me say this. I'm so excited about my fitness and where I'm at. It's fun because last year Team Champs was like my all-out race. It was what I like my big race before I started half marathon training to try to break 2.5, and my average pace was a 9:11. So it came out to, I shared it on social. I'm going to pull it up. I ended up doing 45 minutes and 54 seconds for my 5 miler, which was a 9 minute, 11 second mile average pace. This year, I did 37 minutes and 34 seconds, which is a 7:31, which is so exciting. And then just for shits and gigs, I looked up what I did in 2016 when I did BQ Bus for the first time. And I did 37:50, which was a 7 minute 34 pace. So pretty cool. I mean, a little bit faster than that one, even though it was the dumbest pacing ever. But here's what I kind of wanted to say. Sometimes we think that like feeling disappointed is like this really bad thing. And there's different degrees of disappointment, right? There's disappointment in you not doing what you set out to do, which can sometimes feel frustrating or sad or like really complicated. And then there's just disappointment like, dang, what was that? Like, I'm disappointed in myself for pacing it the way that I did and not like, I know better. And though I'm incredibly ecstatic about where I'm at, and I would say like we got it in the end, this is kind of exactly what I was hoping for, I'm very disappointed in how I raced that. Like that was such a stupid way to pace that race. I know how to pace a race, and that wasn't it. And it's not disappointment that I'm like kicking myself or beating myself up. It's more just like, Kelly, why didn't you visualize? Like we should have spent some more time with your pacing strategy. I didn't. I kind of just like left it up to like whoever you feel, which is fine, but like the proof's in the pudding. This is what I did. So I kind of wish I would have just taken some more time on the plan and trusted the plan and gone for the plan instead of leaving it up to chance and kind of been like, whatever happens, happens. So I'm a little disappointed in how I performed. I would have loved to have just seen that better paced. Am I thrilled with the outcome? Yeah. Do I think that was my personal best effort? Not in the execution, but yes, and like there was nothing left in the tank when I finished. Like that was, I was sore. you know? That was a hard race. So disappointment's not always bad. You know, it's just like, it's helping me make different choices next time. I really like learning and growing and executing, and the fun for me is in the preparation for the race. I will say there was definitely times during that 5 miler where I would have to kind of like talk myself off the ledge and be like, the marathon's not going to feel anything like this. The marathon's not going to feel anything like this. It's okay. It's okay. Because I was like, oh my God, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. This is so hard. This is so painful. Which when you're running at this like pace, if you think of it like a fire and degrees of where you're holding your hand above the fire, like this kind of a pace is like you're holding it like if this is the flame, you're holding it like here, which is close. So obviously it's going to burn versus like a marathon, which is like you're holding it like more like this. So you're still hurting, but it's like here to here. So I was trying to be like, it's okay, Kelly. It's okay. You're okay. This is going to be over before you know it. The cool thing is like, though there were definitely moments that I had to kind of like really use my mantras or like stay super present or calm down, you know, like the chatter that what goes on in the head and the panicking that used to happen, say in like 2016, even, you know, like.
I just don't quite understand why we do this. Like physically, like I want to puke, and I also kind of want to cry.
Meet Jess! This is my coach.
A hot new bombshell.
There she is. We were just talking about my really brilliant pacing strategy.
A mid bombshell.
Mile 2 bombshell. Bye, Jess. This is the biggest proof of growth in 9 years. Truly. I do my cool downs, even when I don't want to. There's a video of me after Team Champs 9 years ago, Be Hero Bus Part 1.
How far do we cool down?
A mile.
Oh no, you're on your own. I'm walking. Bye.
Which is kind of how I feel.
Such a more confident, cool, calm, collected, easy breezy, beautiful runner, which took years and years and years of doing the mental work. So like the mental work works, and that's exciting. When you're running those really, really hard things, being able to like find ease and find trust is amazing. After the race, we had a little picnic in the park with some of the Badass Lady Gang, and I'm so proud of myself for getting out and doing the cool down because I didn't want to do the cool down. I was so over it. And I ran into my coach and we got to say hi, Jess. So yeah, last week was a little bit of an increase in mileage from the week before. So the grow is back. And then, yeah, it's crazy that we're in week 6 of marathon training. Very crazy because in, you know, like 2 weeks, we're going to be halfway there, which is really scary. And in 3 weeks, we go to Sydney. Like 3 weeks, I go to Sydney for the Sydney Marathon. Everything's just starting to happen. But this week, we've got Summer Street, so I'm very excited about this week. But yeah, everything's happening. We're almost to August, which is, what? How did that happen? Oh well, one day at a time. This week, the goal is to just like take every day as it comes, do my strength work. I would say strength work has like the utmost priority, but I'm excited. Everything's going pretty well. I'm definitely feeling everything. Like my hips are sore, my butt's sore, my calves are sore, like everything's kind of like, but I'm having a lot of fun. So onwards, kick ass, take names. I'll talk to you next time.